And hello, folks. How are you? So I'm trying to get some backlighting issues done here because it's got dark. So we're doing some dark light, some backlights. And and welcome to day 120 update from Vandalia. The update I've stalled the walk for the simple fact that I am taking care of some medical problem. Um, Torn rotator cuff in my left shoulder. Got the MRI done yesterday in St. Louis, and moved. Keep staying in a campground here in RV park here in Vandalia, Illinois at the moment, and did some work. Got Twitter back up and running. Thank you, Elon Musk. It's been dead for months. Haven't been able to get over there and get the Twitter going. So if you're on Twitter and you're following me at PLAAC on Twitter, thank you. Share and subscribe and turn on those notifications, hit that bell. And on Twitter, you have to actually tell it to notify you about lives. Okay. So just to make sure you understand to do that. So what is it that is happening? We're, like I said in the beginning, we're stalled slightly, um, waiting for some medical things to come my way so that I can um, get some diagnoses and then next steps. What can we do? What can I do next steps? Okay. So trying to get to where I can get some steroid injections or something like that, something anything to help with the without having to take pills. I don't want to take any pills, but at the same time dealing with the pain of a rotator cuff tear is an issue. And then of course working with, getting to VA to get me to the ortho, to get my MRIs in front of ortho, blah blah blah. We've been fighting VA issues for a very long time. Hasn't gone away. We're still fighting. So um if you'd been here over the last week, you'd see that I've been going through a very, very, very large runaround with the VA. So Mr. T took me in yesterday to 75 miles back west of us here to St. Louis to go and get that appointment done. May have to go back again because the disc they gave me with the MRI imaging only had 2 slices on it, 2 images. Not enough to take it outside should the VA stall in getting an orthopedic surgeon to take a look at them, and to be able to call the ball. What are we going to do next? Embolize, injections. Let me finish this walkout. Finishing this walkout. So here in Vandalia, last week I took you on a tour of the State House where President Abraham Lincoln began his legal and his political career. Abraham Lincoln started that in 1834. He was elected representative for the state of Illinois, and he came from his home out of New Salem, Illinois. He came down. That's before he moved to Springfield, and he came down here to Vandalia to represent the people at the first state house before it was moved up to Springfield, Illinois. So lots of history here. Was able to take you through there last week, and we've got a couple of things happening. I believe that we may have some visitors stop by here tomorrow. We do have one of the supporters is running with a campaign on for someone that may meet up with us either here or in Effingham, about 35 miles east of us. And then we are looking to gather the people. And gather the people is the task. That's the task at hand. So what do we mean by gather the people? When I met with the senators back in March, We talked about what it would take to cure the problem with the tyranny in this country. We talked about what it would take to have individuals have the constitutional issues solved in this country, in the United States of America. And it's all people. We need people. We need to be able to just fill the streets with people, march the streets, and be seen and be heard with a single voice saying, you work for us. If you go to graywolfwalk.com, you can see what it is that we are looking to achieve. What it is in three bullet points that we are arguing, that we are well, I don't want to call them demands, they're objectives. That's what it is. That's the fight. And also remember that back in March, I said that I felt like a Pony Express rider from the 1860s, delivering the post. Well, now we have the Gray Wolf Pony Express Drive. We have shown you, or I have shown you, the Pony Express station in Gothenburg, Nebraska, the Pony Express stables, and the beginning of the Pony Express station in St. Joseph, Missouri. Historical landmarks that depict the beginning of the way that our civilization works. Lincoln was a part of that. We can never forget that President Lincoln, although he started out in the Whig Party, he converted into the Republican Party once in 1855 that occurred, and he was our first Republican president. He stood on the floor right here down the road from where I am right now. He got his law license in the Supreme Court of the Vandalia State House. I've stood in that room. You can feel him in that room. He argued as a representative of the state. He argued for civil rights, even back in 1836. So before his presidency, he was arguing for that. So let's be clear. The United States of America is more than the sum of its parts. Our Declaration of Independence gives us tools. Our Constitution gives us tools as we, the people, to defeat tyranny. We just have to stand up and do it. And we can't do that by saying, I support you, and then not doing anything about it. We need support through donations. Again, graywolfwalk.com, there's a donation tab. We need to be able to fuel ourselves going forward. Especially with how President Biden, that's just another topic altogether. Yesterday, I heard that he had visited 54 states to the edge and acted like he was jumping off the stage. Had Kamala in a tizzy. She was standing back going, oh my God. So it's a clown show. And we have to end it. We have to end it. We end it by coming together and allying, uniting as the people. When we fill the streets with people by the millions, by the time we get into DC, we will be heard. Elon Musk did us a great favor purchasing Twitter, converting it back into a privately held company with no board of directors to worry about, with no stockholders to worry about, and with no censorship. Thank you. Step one. So we need to make sure that everybody understands that everyone needs to share. We need to get this word out. We need to get people down here to Vandalia. We need to get people, need to communicate, need to let people know this is too important, especially this year. The other reason for my stall has a little bit to do with the fact that a lot of the air in the room is being sucked out by the election coming up next week, where everyone needs to vote. Everyone needs to vote. I know, I know. A lot of people feel that their vote doesn't mean anything anymore. So why do it? If you don't vote, and you would be voting Republican, if you don't vote, you handed your vote to a Democrat. And they're going to continue to do what they're doing. So you have to vote. Even if you think that it's not going to count, it will count. Because when there are more votes, the cheating becomes more difficult. So don't let them walk you away from your voting. We have to fight. We have to fight through the voting. We have to get rid of that state of emergency. The executive order, the emergency use authorization that the jab companies, even though I could say it freely on a few of the other platforms that I am on, Rumble, Cloud Hub, Twitter, now Twitter. Thank you, Twitter. Thank you, Elon Musk. I had an account over on Twitter where I was followed by General Flynn. And on January 8th of 2021, simply because General Flynn was following me. Yeah. Let's just cut that tongue right out of that American patriot because we cannot allow him to be heard. So it's extremely important that everyone understands that the answer to this problem is so simple that it's so easy to overlook. People. We, the people. If you look on social media right now, you won't see it on mainstream media, not in America. If you look deep enough on social media, you will see that even in Prague, tens of thousands of people come out to protest their government over the last couple of days. Prague, France, and then Tehran, Iran. Tens of thousands of people. Why don't we have that in America? That's interesting. We don't have that in America. And too many people think that just flooding the streets of Washington, D.C. will do something. No, we have to take the flood and take it into D.C. from outside. Never been done in the United States before. We need to do what they're doing in other countries. Follow me. I will represent you. I have done it before. I have been in front of our lawmakers in Washington, D.C. I have asked the questions of them as to what we, the people, need to do. I will do what it takes. I believe it to be my calling, people. And I've given up just about everything to do it. So help. Help in showing up. Helping sending letters to the email so that I can put it in the bag. So that I can fill up hundreds of burlap sacks and deliver it to the steps of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. Hopefully, I will have senators and congressmen there to greet me to receive those letters. I'm pretty sure I will. How many, I can't say. All I can say is the ground support needs to increase. But it all starts with just one. In an ironic imagery of things, I'm staying at a location that has a fire-breathing dragon at the entrance. Literally breathes fire. And in front of that is a knight in armor. And interestingly enough, that knight, standing alone in front of that fire-breathing dragon, missing a left arm. Now, I don't know if that means anything, given the problem that I'm having with my left arm. But he stands alone in front of that fire-breathing dragon. We see so many TV shows and movies where one person goes into a town that is just full of citizens who are afraid to face the bad guys because the bad guys will retaliate. But the one person shows them how to fight. And when they stand up, the bad guys lose. It's that simple. I'm here. I've been here. All I can ask is for you to stand up and bring your voice to the party. We need to physically be seen and heard in order to make this work. I'm going to play a song by Steve Spurgeon. We are in this together. And the words of this song cannot be more specific. We're in a huge boat. We either all make it, or when the boat sinks, we all go down. So enjoy.
Everybody's feeling like they gotta take a stand. Let's all stand together, and together we'll understand that we're all in the same boat, sailing along. If we wanted to be here after we're gone, seal up the cracks, keep the hull strong. Let's save America. Storms are gonna be rough as we travel across the sea. I know we're gonna make it, 'cause I got you and you got me. Now there's one thing I know right down to the letter. If we really wanna see it get better, we're gonna have to do it together. Can't you see? Let's save America. Let's save America. We gotta get back on course. If they won't listen to our voice, we'll shout it out louder. Through any kind of weather, we can make it together. Yeah. Let's save America. America. Let's save America.
In America, we may have our differences, but we all have one thing in common. We live in the greatest country in the history of the world. So let's save America.
Let's save America. America. Let's save America. America. Let's save America. Yeah. Come on. Sing it loud. Let's save America. America. Let's save America. America. Let's save America. Yeah. Come on now. Shout it out. Let's save America. America. Let's save America. America. Let's save America. America.
And there we go. I mean, that says it. We are all in this together. And we have to keep this boat afloat. We have to survive the storm. And the only way we're going to be able to survive the storm is all come together to keep the hull strong. And that is done by coming together, which we haven't done yet. I know it's difficult, folks, but this is the time. The time. It's now. We are out of it. We are out of time. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to support physically with your voice, with your body. Let's fill the streets of America just like we're seeing all these other countries doing right now. Fighting for their freedoms, fighting for their lives. We can do this. We can do it. We just need to get this word out. We need to get people excited, involved, to understand what it is that we need to do. So, hello, Sip Mama. Welcome. Being told that you're over on Facebook. Great. So, let's do this. I'm in Vandalia, Illinois. Talk to as many people as you possibly can, and let's get this going. Take care of whatever it is I got to take care of with this darn shoulder. I'm looking to get some steroid injections so I don't have to take the pills, and then I can, put the immobilizer on and continue this walk. But I do need to be able to sleep, and I do need to be able to get rid of some pain. Then once this walk's over, put me on the table, cut me open, and fix it. But this is important. This has to be done. And the fight with the Veterans Administration right now it's going on. It's a battle. It's been a battle for over a week now, and just still trying to get things done. So come on out. Bring your voice. Bring your power. Like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. And get to do the same. Share this across all of your platforms. We're out of time, people. We're out of time. I will be going 40 out of Vandalia all the way to the east coast of to the eastern side of Ohio. At which point I will be transferring over to 22, heading up into Pennsylvania, and then coming back down through Hagerstown and through Maryland to Washington, D.C. So there is plenty of time. I know that you're all tied up with the elections right now. Let's do that. Let's get the elections over with. And even if the Republicans take back the House and the Senate, we still need to keep up the pressure. It's the administration, it's the resident that's currently holding the damn power of that state of emergency, that at any moment he can flip a switch and put us on a lockdown again. Take away our rights again. Well, more of them. Don't let him do that. Put your damn fists down right now and say, I'm done. I'm going to find Gray Wolf. And you know what? If you can't make it to me, there are 50 states in the union, not 54, as the resident would say. Oh, and by the way, I got something to say. Hey, Biden, wake the hell up. Gas prices was not at $5 a gallon when you came into office, bud. In my home state, it was $1.90 a gallon the last time I filled my car up before the election. $1.93. Not $5. You took it to $5. So don't sit there and play this bait switch crap. We're on to you. And that's what we're out to get rid of. It's you, your party, expose you, expose them, and then lynch y'all when we can. Maybe not physically, but you get the drift. Get you out of our government and take our second paragraph of the Declaration of Independence to heart. Because after all, it says right there, you work at the consent of the governed. That would be us. And when any form of government is destructive of those ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish and replace. We have the tools. And when the people come together, we will have the resources. We will evict you and replace you through what has been given to us that represents our God-given rights. You can't take that away. Everybody start right now. Commit to doing something. Stand up. Fight. If you can't get with me, start your own walk on your state house with the same message, and we'll have multiple threads, to use a forum term. Multiple individuals running on, not only going across to DC, but to all the state houses. This is the way, not with hunks of metal and rubber, with people. That's what has been missing in 245 years, is having the people do it. Our revolution was freedom against the crown, King George III. Our Civil War was literally a political body pitted against another political body, and using the people, a divided people, to do the fight. They're trying to do that right now. We are in a cold Civil War, number 2. We have the power to revolt against them. But we have to bring people together, and we have to have a single voice. So come find me. Come talk. If you have any questions, go to graywolfwalk.com. Help me through donations there. Please, I do need your assistance there. You can see what it is that we have, the 3 bullet points. You can follow the blog. Anything you need is on that website, graywolfwalk.com. Again, I'm in Vandalia, Illinois. Let's get together the people. We'll put together the schedules. It may be 4 or 5 days down the road. I'll drop in and let you know what the status is of what I'm trying to get done here in this stall. But don't think that I've turned around and gone back to Reno. I'm here. And I'm ready to fight for you. I'm ready to fight those that are in D.C. and the states if you need to. I've met twice with Doug Mastriano. Good luck, Doug, with your governor's race there in Pennsylvania. Good luck to Kerry Lake in Arizona. Those are some big fights. Good luck to Herschel Walker for Senate. And in my home state, good luck to Adam Laxalt for Senate. Kathleen Cortez Masto out. Bring in Adam Laxalt. I try to keep this non-political. I really do. But we are fighting politics. We are fighting the political machine. I don't care if you're left, right, up the middle. I don't care what color your skin is. If you're an American, join the fight. You may disagree with what I say. The great thing about this beautiful country is we can agree to disagree. But if you agree that your freedoms have been hampered, we can stand side by side and move forward. That's how it works. That's how it works in a constitutional republic where the people run the government, not the government running the people. So we are not a democracy. Remember that. So until the next feed, I'm going to let you know right now, love all of you. Come fight with me. graywolfwalk.com. That's gray with an E. God bless you, and God bless the United States.
There's a cry of freedom sweeping around the world today. And here we have it all, life and liberty. Still we give the dream away. No more can we afford to stand around, set inside our ways. Wake up in the USA. Wake up in the USA. Help others when you can. Respect your fellow man. Can't you see the times are changing? When priorities are wrong, we've got to stand up strong and rearrange them. So wake up in the USA. You know what you need to do. Don't give up, you gotta push on through. Quit closing your eyes, pretending that you don't see. And if you think you'll just spectate, it's too late. We all live here together, from sea to shining sea. Now there's a cry of freedom sweeping around the USA. No one can take the sunlight or the breeze. No one can turn our blue skies gray. Now everybody join together with me as I pray. Wake up in the USA. Wake up. In the USA.